seen beauty load itself like an enchanting bullet into the rusty pistol of a subway car aimed northbound. Into red light district, yellow cab squeeze, two-door coupe backseat by bus stop benches, book buried in library studies, I've seen beauty. Stand at crosswalks end with an unblemished smirk and stock photo smile spark a tobacco breakfast with the huddled palms of pastors and disappear into a herd of mobile bodies missing seen. Or the triple venti non-fat hazelnut macchiato decaf with skim light whip and a caramel drizzle at 120 degrees Fahrenheit stirred, served upside down, no sugar seen. Completely fuck up that same order from the other side of the counter, but somehow, with a roll of the eyes, call a smile on this Stonehenge of a resting expression in case you run away. This is how you fall in love with a stranger. When you fall in love with a stranger, you will name her. With all the footnotes in your novel of a short-term memory, you will call her eggshell brown skin, call her waxing crescent moon lips, call her mom always called out of work for picture day smile, call her falsetto. For the warm winds in her voice and how it always sounds like she's got a slow dance caught in the back of her throat, or blind for body language meant to be read in braille build, and if so, would you mind if I read between the lines? If I read aloud, would you mind the gossip in this skin if this stranger spoke behind your back? You will apologize if that came off a bit fresh, but you've never even gotten anywhere close enough to a kiss to name it, but would imagine that it tasted like a triple venti non-fat hazelnut macchiato decaf with skim light whip and a caramel drizzle at 120 degrees Fahrenheit stirred, served extra sugar right side up, either that or 9 a.m. on December 25th, but believe you would trade in every metaphor you've stayed up writing over cup noodles and a desk-like seance of opportunities if it meant you could call her in the morning, if it meant you could call her over, if it meant you could call her your own. When you fall in love with a stranger, you find yourself wondering what it is exactly that she believes in. You will pray of all things she doesn't believe love is blind, and within these eyes are truly pupils. Can she teach these students never to see the fault in her stars? Don't get me wrong, I don't want you to believe in love at first sight the way that mankind believed in gravity. I want you to believe in fate the way that two brothers in 1903 believed in flight. You believe in flight. At least enough to tightrope that thin line between crazy and courageous. And if it isn't too much to ask, I'd like for you to meet me halfway. But when you fall in love with a stranger, her past will turn into a collage of poker chips and puzzle pieces, and your paint palette mind still on canvas like a wounded imagination leaked, wishing that you could walk down memory lane like it was just some street she grew up on, and suddenly your beauty is an artifact of my curiosity as I attempt to piece together your priors. Like, I bet your father was a troubled mind on two legs that never roamed too far from lost, and your mother was the only streetlight that ever reminded him where home was. I bet your mother was a stern one. Taught you to be there. Bought you your first high heels. Taught you that these be for women from whose feet aren't easily swept off of. Went to offer a cold shoulder and a hot beverage at a moment's glance. That sometimes all a gentleman is a patient wolf. Made sure that your first aid came with an earthy kit. I bet the boys in school teased that wallflower until it blossomed. I bet when they ate their words, you stuck around long enough just to make sure they saved enough room to swallow that pride, to stomach that guilt. And most times, when you fall in love with a stranger, your conscience will soon grow tiresome, that memory soon grow old, soon fade, soon check itself into hospital bed where the words what if will visit its bedside every night. Like its last surviving relative, the idea of what could have been is a sweet thought. Regret is often its aftertaste. But one day, when you find it in you enough to tightrope that thin line between crazy and courageous, you will find yourself at dinner with a stranger. You will ask her to tell you all there is to know about her. And when she responds, where do I start? You will laugh. You will laugh.